1, 2. That one's dead? There it is.
Oh, no, it's good.
2, 3. I got a mic, but nothing to say.
What's been happening? What's been going on in this world?
Too much, man. I had to turn it off.
Something major been going on there. What we missing?
Nothing. Ain't nothing major no more, man.
Nothing major no more? It's got to be something.
Everything now is distraction. Distraction. All right. Well, I guess we freestyling. I guess we just talking. We just talking.
We gotta have some type of topic.
Who's supposed to be in here? The gay nigga?
Nah.
All right. I'm gonna do a little research real quick. See what's
I'm over here looking to see what's popping too.
what's been happening. All right, they dropping a report on the weaves. They're saying that they officially saying that the weaves is causing cancer in the black women.
The weed?
The weaves.
I did hear that.
I don't know. That's probably gonna be too sensitive for the audience. Good chunk of them got them in. Let's see. Barack Obama reveals he's in a deep deficit with Michelle.
What is that?
He's in a deep deficit with Michelle.
What does that even mean?
No. He's in a deep deficit. Let's see what that's talking about. We know Bird love Obama. Barack sat down with a group of students at Hamilton. During the chat, Obama admitted that while he did his best to handle the country's fate with the utmost care, he fell short when it came to being a husband. I was in a deep deficit with my wife, Obama told the group of students. On the other hand, Barack Obama noted, he's been doing his best to make up for the past with fun and, so he just wasn't paying Michelle no mind.
All right, we can use that. We're going to talk about the nigga that paid off his baby mama. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
You know what I mean?
What about the dude that left his kids at the McDonald's?
Yeah, well, shit, niggas do that all the time.
Left his kids at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We going to talk about the nigga that paid off his baby mama, my nigga in the dough.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That got to be fucking, that's amazing, nigga. I don't give a fuck nobody say.
Wait, I don't even know that one.
Nigga Anthony Edwards, nigga paid off.
Basketball player.
Yeah. Nigga paid off his baby mama. Nigga, they told him how much his child support was gonna be till he was 18.
Yeah.
It was like $1.8 million, nigga.
Paid it all at once.
Paid all at once, my nigga.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I guess
He
so.
said he don't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me run it then. I'm gonna start it and then jump in once I know it's running.
Yo.
Oh, is yours on?
Yo.
You hear me?
Hold on, let me do it. Go ahead. Say something, bro.
Yo.
All right, cool.
It's an echo.
No, it's because I muted it. I found this at
And I bet that hat cost $200.
I can't see your face. Who are you?
My people is stabbing us in the back. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the people that we call brother and sister, king and queen.
Every day's in the pool.
I'm 45 years old.
I'm just saying, so where you at is where it's at?
can't get better.
How much change are you going to get?
And we are live.
Intro coming in.
It already went.
Oh man, hey, God dang, man, look, hey, how y'all doing out there in the world, man?
You got us again.
Man, he got us, man, cause I waiting on the intro, man, but we didn't get no intro. At least y'all got one, but we didn't get one. All right, so hey, welcome to All Facts, man. It's your boy Ave Bird, man. We thought we had a guest today, but it seemed like, man,
Yes, we make it.
he didn't have time for us, you know what I mean? So we got to fill in. Y'all seen him before. He always around. He's our
One and
video
only.
editor. He's our director, man. He does everything in the background. And he's the most knowledgeable person that be in this room. All right, you know what I mean? Brother Steve, you know
What's
what I
going
mean?
on, y'all? We're back at it.
And we back at it. And you know I keep my guy, Ave, man.
Yes,
You already
sir.
know what it is. And we love to do this every Sunday at the moment, man. And we're going to try to give you our best and give you everything that we can to keep it all facts. All right? So, hey, man, how y'all brothers doing today, man? It's
Chilling, man.
You know what I mean? Nice weather out there right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Today.
mean? You know, I hope everybody else see this nice weather, man. Sit outside, sip you some wine if you can, and enjoy, man, all facts, man. So, hey, look, I got a quick question for y'all, man. I just want to know,
What's going on?
did y'all see my man pay off his baby mama, man?
Who you talking about? Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards, man. Hey, this has to be the best thing I've ever seen in my whole life. It has to be, man.
Why?
You know what I mean? But first of all, I understand he got money, he can pay his baby mama off, whatever, but the concept of why he did it makes it even better.
Why you doing
Yeah.
it?
Huh?
Why he do-
why
Because
did
he
he do it?
absolutely doesn't want anything to do with him, right?
He don't want nothing to do with his baby mama?
No,
or
he don't want
nothing
nothing.
to
He
do
don't want to have nothing to do with the kid,
Kid neither?
the baby mama. He don't want to have nothing to do with none of them. The reason I think this is perfection is as much stress as we take on ourselves. I'm not gonna say women stress us out. I'm gonna say men stress ourselves out because we let it get to us, right? He has not to ever worry of that again.
Because he paid it all at once.
He's done.
How much did he pay?
Hey, how does it feel to know your baby mama can't call you? She can't call you for nothing. Not even a wet rag, not no pamper, not no baby on the last bit of milk. She can't call you for nothing. Like, I don't even want to know how that feel. I wish I was there.
How much did he have to pay her?
It was like $1.8 million.
1.8?
It was like 1.8, man. But man, just to
I wonder,
know,
was it worth it for her?
man, look,
You think it was worth it?
I hope she got a job.
Yeah.
Cause $1.8 million ain't shit nowadays. You go
For
buy a
18
$400,000
years?
house, you almost broke again.
That's $5,000
She
a
already had
month.
a house.
Huh?
$1.8 million, 18 years. That's about $5,000 a month.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they said 18,000.
A month?
Yeah,
18,000.
I don't
That
know.
math.
It was something like that, man.
A month?
Yeah, it was like 18,000 a
Yeah,
month.
but you can make that stretch though if you do it right.
You know
Yeah,
what I
let's
mean?
see. 18.
If you do that right, you'll be good.
Man, hey, look,
1.8? All at one time too?
I'm just
I wonder, do you get it all at one time, or do you just get it? You know, you probably get it every month.
how would that feel to get a Zelle for 1.8?
I think that was his whole thing. He said, I'm trying to do it up front, so I don't have to do nothing else with it.
I
But I
mean,
wonder, do she get it everything all at once, or do she get it every month for 18 years?
I don't know how. I didn't even know you could do the lump
I
sum
think
payments
maybe
on
she can
child
maybe she can
support.
set it up and then do it like that. That way she
Well, it's,
can hold on.
it's about how it's set up.
Well,
I
yeah,
wonder
that's what
how
I'm
it is
saying.
set up.
So I'm pretty sure she took the whole cash. Like, who would not take all the cash? Like, you
That's
telling
probably
me
the lump sum,
you telling me
huh?
you want to
Probably
wait? You want to wait every month just to wait on the check?
How much is 1.8 every month?
Hold on. That's all right. 1.8 divided by 216 is 1 million. Boom. Divided by 216. It's $8,333 a month.
Good. Yeah, she probably took a lump sum.
Yeah.
Man, I wish that lump sum hit my door. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I mean,
Because it probably would have been more if you would have did it monthly.
man, how would you feel if you had your kid and your baby mama say, just give it all to him right now? Like, would you take it?
No.
well,
I'm not gonna do the upfront payment.
You don't want the, you want yours
it
all
I
at
want
monthly.
to finance it.
Yeah.
To spread that out.
I would
Because
probably take
I look at it-
financing too.
Yeah, because look, you give her the one-time payment, and then she still come back and start pressuring you over things like, I need this, I need that.
You can't.
You can, she can.
No, she can't.
Yes, she can. She
You
can
just
try.
you already got your money.
She can try.
I mean, you can try all you want to, but
You
you probably got in there in the stipulations. You can't call me.
Man, you definitely got all your money. You got all your money,
You
man.
probably putting it in the contract that she signed. You can't call me.
If I pay somebody off, man, I don't want to talk to you ever again. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see the significance of us having a
I think that's
conversation.
what it was.
In real spit, I
Like,
don't.
I'm paying you, so
Like,
you
if I'm
don't.
paying you now, why should I
Never
ever
gotta
talk to you again? Like, I don't see the significance in it. You see the significance in it?
Well, I guess because he don't want nothing to do with the kid, huh? He just relinquished your rights.
Probably really just don't want nothing to do with the mama, and you know,
Man, I still
I
think.
probably just never wanted the kid. Who
I
knows?
still think that's amazing though, man. Like to pay off of, man, like I think about it, I got kids, right? You know, and I've been honest with you, I ain't never been on child support. You know what I mean?
But
I
the
ain't never been
one-time
on child
payment sounds appealing to you?
support. Man, like, I wouldn't know what to do, you know what I mean, if I had my kid and my baby mama say, I don't want to have nothing to do with you or the kid, and then she just paid the off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that a blessing for me too? Because, like,
She
not
pay you
only do
off.
I get some money, but then I don't got to talk to you again. Like, that's almost like a double blessing for me. Like, you know what I mean? I get the kid, I get the money, and I don't got to talk to you.
Yeah.
Triple blessing.
Guess it depends on the relationship.
Yeah, it really do.
Well, right now, it seems like there's no relationship.
Yeah.
All it is a cash transaction.
Right.
That's it. That's all this is. We got a cash transaction for me to never see you or that kid again.
That's crazy. Is this setting a trend? Is this how it's going to be now?
Man, I'm thinking this is
If
going to
you
be like
rich.
a nuclear wave.
Yeah.
Because now they cats that probably got it, been had it. Now they might just wake up tomorrow and say, hey, man, let me cash her out. Like, I just seen him do
Hey,
it.
you can only do that
You know
if
what
you're
I mean?
rich. Can't
I
do
just
that
heard
if you broke.
Jay Bird give me an excellent scenario of it, man. If I pay her off, I ain't got to talk to her no more. Some cats they might want to do that. They might want to pay her off not to talk to her again. Like, that's deep.
I don't know. That just to me seems like it could backfire. I'd rather just make my monthly payments, and if you ask for extra stuff, I just sent you the money.
How's that backfire? Though?
I don't know. You pay somebody once and you think you're done with them, but then you really not done with them, and then they keep hitting you up. Versus if you was paying them every month, it's like I just paid you. You got the money.
If she signed,
But that
the
means she got to
contract,
call you, right?
Yeah.
That means she gotta have your number.
No, that the one-time payment is never again. Like,
You gotta be able to get in touch with
there's
her.
no texts, no.
But he's a famous person, right?
Don't chime in on my iPhone.
And she got his kid. I don't know.
Well, it looked like she got cash. She don't got him.
I would be skeptical about that.
Well,
one-time payment.
she took it.
I know she did.
Yeah, I mean-
Because she probably feel like, all right, I got the one-time payment, but because that's not enough. Like she got 1.8 million for you get it up front. She not gonna, unless you put it in the trust and do all the right things. She probably not gonna do that. She's gonna run out and need more, and he's gonna be the first person she go back to.
And he gonna say that's your problem.
I guess. I don't know.
Man, I don't know, man.
You got yours up front. You took the lump sum.
Man, like,
Should've
And then
took
the
the
kid,
payment.
then the kid's 16 now, and now you're talking about, Dad, what's up, man? We struggling over here.
What
And
you
gonna
mean?
ignore everybody?
nah, he got it, man. Your mama made it this way. Cause you weren't really supposed to be here.
Okay, but now he's talking about. I know.
I gave your mom. Watch this. He
But
gave. So
now,
watch this.
but
Check
now
it
he's
out.
saying I'm here.
No, hold on.
What's
Check it
up?
out. Watch this though. So he had gave her some money to get an abortion. So she didn't got paid twice.
But I'm talking about the kid is here. He get older. She run out of money. He know who his dad is. You. Now
that's
he's like,
it.
what's up?
If you run out of money, that's on you.
But not on him.
You-
I'm saying that the son's now
I
pressing
mean,
pops.
by that time, you would hope that it might change. His mind might change by then. He might fuck with the son.
I don't know, man. I don't think my mind gonna never change. If I didn't like you that much to pay you off not to see a kid,
But he didn't know the kid yet. The kid gonna get a personality,
Man.
start looking like him, talking like him.
I don't know,
That's
man.
different.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
If he ain't raised by you, he might not talk like you, but he can still look like you.
The DNA.
You know what I mean? But he might not talk like you and that. You know what I mean? He might, you go over where you've been taught. You know what I mean? Just gonna be
much.
honest with you. You know, I got enough kids, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, you know, when you teach your kids, like, no lie, it's crazy. Because I go through this with all my kids, man. Have you ever had an argument with your kid? Or have your kid ever got in trouble, right? You go to the school, you already mad because they called you, right? I be hot. I hate when I get a call. I don't know about y'all. You like getting calls from school?
Never.
Now, I don't like getting a call from school. So when I get a call from the school and they tell me my son down here acting a fool, right? And I get there, I'm hot. As soon as I walk in the door, I'm steaming. I'm ready to whoop. I got my belt already.
Yeah.
You know, I'm almost like Pootie Tang. You know what I mean? I'm trying to pop the shit out the kids. You know what I mean? So when you hear what your kid did and it sound like you, like, do you still whoop him? Because he know you know where he got it from.
Getting it honest.
You know he got. Should you whoop yourself too?
Yeah, you gotta
Because this is what you taught your kid, but you didn't even know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So, I got Jay Sean and I had Jaquan, right? Them my two kids that stayed in trouble.
Yeah.
Always had to go to the office for them right now. You know what I mean? But when I get in there, I'm mad, and when I hear what they did, I was like, I sort of disappointed myself.
Yeah.
Because I taught him that. You know what I mean? I taught him that. I was finna kill you. Now I'm mad at myself.
Yeah. It's
know
hard.
what I
It's
mean?
hard for me to get mad at myself for doing stuff that I do. It's like, I just get right. All right, you good.
Come on.
I can't do it because I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Come on, man.
If it's something real bad that I know I shouldn't be doing, but like sometimes, man, I don't wash my hands when I leave the bathroom.
Oh man, come on, man! Don't tell nobody that,
So you
man.
probably should have said
Don't
that
tell
out loud,
nobody that.
Steve.
Is you at home when you do that? I hope you at home when you do that.
I'm saying I be
All
at
right,
the house.
you at home
I
and
take
you-
a piss. I go back to what I was doing.
Hey, you want,
And
you
then
want,
little man do the same thing.
right? Well, yeah, man. When you gotta show him, you supposed to be showing him right. You know what I mean? That means he gonna go to school, take a piss, and don't wash his hands.
You know he's supposed
Cause
to
he
wash
see,
his hands. I
cause he see
tried.
Dad do. Jay Sean do everything I do. That's why I can't say something sometimes. Sometimes, man, I be like, dang, bro. Why did I don't even know how he learned that, but I know how he learned it because he at the barbershop all the time. He listening to me. He listening to T. Like he listening to Will. There go 3 individuals you shouldn't be listening to. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie, that's 3 individuals you should not be listening to at 10, 11.
And they hear it all.
Feel me? Oh man, they can repeat it just like you said it. That's why when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, what did I just create?
Yeah.
You know, a monster. You know what I mean? So that's why I said, man, for me, man, paying off your baby mama like that, man, to where you ain't even got to be in the kid life. I know it sound bad. I know it sound bad. But watch this though. You got to blame her too, cause she knew he didn't want this kid. He told you to get an abortion, right? You kept it anyway. You kept the money. You kept the first money. It ain't like you gave the money back. You know what I mean? I know you ain't gave it back.
What first money? She got paid for
Yeah,
for
she
the
got
abortion.
paid to get the
Oh,
abortion.
for the abortion.
Right? So whatever you got to get the abortion, they didn't even add that in there. So I want to know, what did he pay to get the abortion? 100,000, 200,000. You feel me?
Give it a little extra.
Yeah.
50,000. Hell, abortion only cost you $9.99. You know what I mean? But $1,000, you got insurance, you might get it about $375. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Damn, we in trouble as a society, man. You just paying them off, just get the baby.
Man,
Next.
hey, look, watch this.
We in trouble.
Watch this, look.
You got
Now,
money, that's what you do. That's what's been going on.
Yeah,
Ain't
man.
nothing
I
new.
guess.
Man,
But now it's
This has been going on for a long time.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
but it started to trickle down to people who don't got that money either, who just want
It's
to
just
move like that.
publicized now.
You know-
That's all.
people with
So
money,
new.
man.
But it's just like all the Louis bags and all these expensive ass bags. At one point, only people with money could get it. But now, people who don't got money want to look like they got money. They want to move like
So you gonna get the fake ones?
some
Or you
people.
talking about they just go get the real
They go
ones?
blow all their money on the real
Go
one.
get the real ones.
Man,
It's
well,
like-
she got a lot of money to blow.
Now.
She can buy half a stove.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying it's like like stuff that used to just be for rich people. Regular people are doing it now.
Okay, so I'm gonna say,
Does that make it bad?
I'm gonna say this.
It just
What-
means
watch this.
It's
This
more
is
accessible. More people doing it. Like when it comes to kids, like we gotta have a certain amount of kids. Like gotta be born, or otherwise this shit don't work. Like if a woman doesn't in the country, right? If the average woman isn't having 1.2 kids
then that means that over time the population will end. You know what I mean? Like, and we going down. Like at one point it was average.
You said it's going down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the population
Yeah.
cannot sustain. It won't be enough. More people will be dying faster than people are being born. If you don't have a certain amount of kids. And at one point in America, women were having like 4 kids. Now it's down to like 1.5 kids per person. And if it get down below 1.2,
Hey.
Rap City.
I tell people all the time, man, when they find out my Mexican friends then took everything, because they got at least 5 kids a family.
Who?
My Mexican friends.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Man, my Mexican homies.
That's why they say in the next 30 years that the population will be colored.
Yeah.
That's why-
Colorless.
But that's,
No,
and that's
it's
why-
gonna be colored. Like, think about it, blacks,
Hispanics.
Hispanics.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's why they got rid of the abortions.
Yeah.
They trying to have Caucasians have more babies.
Yeah, I think
And
they're
they not.
struggling. I think they're struggling
They're
the most.
having more abortions.
Yeah, I think they're
Man,
struggling the most
you
with,
know-
with the numbers.
You know, them Anglo-Saxons, man, they don't be playing. They want them numbers up.
Yeah, they're
You
trying
know
to get them
what I
up.
mean? Yeah, man.
It ain't getting up though.
The numbers is up in Africa.
Well,
Africa,
well,
it's like six per woman and out there.
Well, you
Yeah,
you
bro,
got
average
you got
numbers
you
up
got to
out
remember,
there.
man. You know they got to work. They really working out there. They kids really going to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. It's a difference between our kids and they kids. You know, they having kids so they can keep the village going.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
You
how
know,
we should be doing
we having kids because we were just listening to a Future album. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah.
We having relations with a girl listening to Miley Percocets. Like, you know what I mean? Like ours is different, man. We don't work hard no more. Watch this. We used to have a lot of kids back in the day when my grandparents then was coming up because kids had to work. Yeah. Kids had to work the field. They had to go help us. So you have 10, 15 kids back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your whole family can help. You know what I mean?
You didn't have no plan when you was having kids? You just started having them?
Man, look, when I was having kids, you know what I mean? You know, I was more or less, man, the guy that when you get a couple dollars, you think you're invincible.
Yeah.
Right? You think you're invincible. When you hustle, I ain't gonna say a couple, I'm gonna say when you got hustle money is different than like sports money. Because sports money come in a big lump sum all at one time. So you gotta remember when you hustling for yours, you might have started off with only $6,000.
Yeah.
But man, once you get 600,000, there ain't nothing. Man, matter of fact, once you get over 100, 200,000 in cash, like you ain't got no bank. You know what I mean? You got cash. That means you got money stashed over here, over there. You can't tell nobody. You don't know who's gonna dip in your money. Like, you know what I mean? You stressed out around here. You got other kids. You got kid over here, kid over there, kid over here, right? Right? You got 3 kids, right? Now if you a good dude and you hustling, normally your baby mama got other kids. So that means not only do you got a kid here, here, and here, but one of these 2 baby mamas gonna have at least 2 other kids.
Well, you said if you're a good man, your baby mama gonna have other...
No, what I'm saying is,
okay,
you're gonna not just help your kid, but now you got
okay, guys.
now you gonna help the other kids because you can't just pull up with a Happy Meal for yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna hate you, even your kid. Well, Dad, I came home full.
Yeah.
My brothers them starving.
Yeah.
You know what I
Happy
mean?
Meal for one kid.
My sister and man ate all week, but one daddy good. He come get his kid, clothe him, dress him, everything. And now watch this. When you do that, the reason that most men try to help the other ones is when the one kid comes home with everything, the video games, all that, the bike, these kids ain't got nothing. Well, they gonna destroy his stuff because they don't have it. They know they can't even wear his shoe. They don't even wear the same size, but they gonna do it anyway. They gonna let their feet hurt all day just to put on the new pair of shoes because they ain't got none.
Right.
You know what I mean? You feel me?
So you started having kids because you had a little lump sum of money?
Man, when so when I was having kids, man, I would run the streets.
Yeah.
And I had kids in between running the streets. But I felt invincible. When you got a little money, you think all money do is take care of everything, and it don't.
Yeah.
Money doesn't take, watch this, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. In my situation, I was thinking that you can buy a car, you can pay some rent, or we can make sure they got a house and make sure everybody all right, or, stuff like that, make sure they got some spending money, right? And everything will be cool. but it wasn't because they didn't even want none of that.
They just wanted you.
They just wanted you.
Yeah.
Right? They just wanted you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you didn't see it because you got money. When you got money, you don't see what's really in front of you.
Yeah.
Right? You're living off a facade that you built in your mind. Right? You know what I mean? Because what do you see when you see somebody hustle from the bottom to the top? Oh man, I got to get the best car. I got to get a car like them. Right?
Yeah.
You, just think about it. If you hustling from the bottom and you bought, let's just say your truck was $50,000. That ain't gonna hurt somebody that just got an NBA check or NFL check. $50,000 ain't gonna hurt them. It's gonna hurt you because now you just took off $50,000 of your hustle money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cars break down and shit.
Yeah. It's
Right?
Not, it's not a one time.
But nobody ever taught us to buy no house. Right? So thank God I had some parents with common sense. Right? So when I did come up on a little money, my dad said, hey, let me show you how to live forever. You know what I mean? I didn't know what he was talking about. But he took my money and got me a property. You know what I mean?
What about your house?
Yeah. That way, if something never happened, you can still go home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to have a car to go home. Would you rather have a roof or would you rather have some wheels?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of people don't think like that.
Right, but that's
Right.
what we're
That's a good way to
missing.
think, though.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what we're
Make
missing
sure
in
you got
society.
somewhere to live first.
Right, that's what we're missing that in society right now.
Yeah.
Right, we're not teaching our, just like you said, all of the kids in Africa, all the kids in China. Right, those kids are still working. They're working for something that they see that their parents is doing. Well, our kids ain't doing that no more. We ain't teaching our kids that. I don't see no kids mowing no lawns.
Right.
I don't see no
You
kids.
don't see that no
I
more.
don't see no kids mowing lawns, man.
It's too
You know
hot.
what I mean? I
It's
don't,
too hot.
what you mean it's too hot?
It's always hot.
It's been hot forever.
Yeah.
It's too
You know
hot.
what I mean? I don't see kids doing the outside gaming, playing, none of that, man. It's like we're missing what used to be America's dream.
Well, I think when it comes to the lawnmowers, I think a lot of these companies, man, they kind of got a monopoly on the game. Leo's Landscaping, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of landscape.
It's a lot of landscape. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to be, because you got to think of it. The kids still got to hustle. You still got to go door to door and knock and find business. But if they already locked in with Leo or, you know what I mean? Like, the game is different now. There's a lot of competition.
Okay, now watch this. The part of that is that may be true. But we talking about the people that don't even have that. People that got a lawn service, they making good money. I'm talking about your average cat that go to the public school in your neighborhood. You feel me? That you know that they struggling to make ends meet. You think they got money for a landscaper?
Well, how much is a kid? How much does that cost? How much should a kid be charging?
Okay, but that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, at them moment, those parents, or and I don't want to seem like I'm just old school, but this is where I come from. I don't feel like the parents, even my kids sometimes, like I try to make my kids do stuff, you know what I mean, that we used to do so they can understand what I went through. I tell Jason them all the time, hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, when y'all want to go places with my parents, like my dad's still in 1969.
Yeah.
Mentally. You know what I mean? Like, you not even ready for that. Like, man, you're not gonna be happy going nowhere with my dad, because my dad is gonna treat you like he treated us, right?
Yeah.
And I know what I went through, right? So I didn't try to keep my kids away from it, but I know my kids is nowhere near mentally tough for what my dad gonna give you. My dad give you a question, a grown man's question to a 12-year-old kid, right? And he better come up with a halfway close answer, or he might get his head knocked off.
So, well, okay.
100.
I think, but maybe it's the same thing that's happening with the fast food, because at one point, all fast food was kids, and it ain't kids no more.
All right.
You talking about working there?
Yeah, working there. I think the jobs that kids used to do isn't around no more. It's a different time.
Oh man, it's kids.
Well, they
It's
don't
kids
want to
everywhere.
do nothing these
No,
days.
bro, no, I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's still a lot of these jobs open. They
You
don't
ever
wanna
been to
go
like
do 'em.
Smitty's and Fry's and Walmart? It's kids they out there all the time. You see them pushing the carts. You see them working, bagging up the food.
Yeah.
Like I see them at McDonald's, Popeyes, Wendy's. Well, I'm gonna tell you where.
In-N-Out is the only place I really see, like,
Oh yeah,
kids.
kids are there at In-N-Out.
Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, all that. If you go back there, it'd be,
Watch this.
No,
I'm gonna
just-
tell you what's
just
crazy.
kids
When you was a kid, how many black people you seen was the managers at the Burger Kings and all that. Because every time I went, there was always a black manager, right? Now you don't see no black people. No black people even want to work at McDonald's unless you in high school,
Yeah.
right? Why? Why not? If you ain't got no job, what's wrong with McDonald's? I hear a cat complaining about not having no job,
ask this
but
question
he
every day.
won't work at McDonald's. You have no money, you're broke, you're living at somebody else's house, they want you gone. All because you don't have no money for rent. But there's a big old sign at McDonald's, Taco Bell, Arby's, that say we hiring on every window, right? Circle K, QT. You won't work these jobs. Why? Right? Watch this. I don't know about y'all, but when I was growing up, the black dudes them used to have they used to pick the watermelons and all that stuff, right? Right? I remember that used to be our job. Well, we used to have the hog pens and all that, right? Now guess who got it? The Mexican dudes. With no complaining.
Yeah.
Right? They don't got no complaining. They out there working the stuff we
because
used
they the ones
well, we
who don't
used to
mind
make
doing
right?
that
Well, we
job.
used to make that gritty money. Right? We're missing those these days. We're not making that. That's not what we're on anymore, and we should. We're missing the original income.
They don't want to do that no
Right.
more. Nobody want to work that hard no more.
All for look, you missing the original money, man, for Bitcoin. You waiting on Bitcoin to
Nobody
hit, man.
wants to work hard no more. They want to work smarter.
You have to work hard.
They want the
Watch
quick.
this.
They want the quick money.
All right. The quick money leaves real fast.
Yep.
They don't know that.
Watch this. Your grind money is gonna always be there because you're doing it every day, right?
Right.
When you only doing sometime
We know
money,
that.
when you only doing sometime money, you gonna get some money when? Sometime. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're not focused on that no more. We're not even teaching our kids that because we're doing the same thing, right? I go to work every day, slaving. You know what I mean? But it ain't slaving to me because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Keeps me going. Me working gonna keep me living. You know what I mean? If I go on vacation, I'ma die.
Yeah.
Right? Because I tell people all the time, it ain't no vacation if it ain't free. Because if I gotta pay for it, what's it called?
What is it?
A paid vacation.
Paid vacation.
Right? That means I gotta come back and make that money back when I get home.
Yeah.
Huh? For 2 days, watch this, for 2 days where I could have put that, no, hey, we go on vacation and the sink broke in the kitchen. Oh, I need a vacation, right?
Yeah.
Well, you just spent $1,000 to go on vacation and all it would have cost you to fix your sink was $160. So when you got back from your $1,000 vacation and the sink still broke, guess what you're gonna say? I ain't even got no money to fix it.
Yeah.
But you went on vacation though. You're
It's
happy.
There's people that,
Huh?
that
But
think
the sink,
that way.
but the sink still broke.
Definitely people that think that way.
All I'm saying is, was the vacation worth it?
To some people it
You gotta
is.
fix the scene.
No, was the vacation worth it, man?
Some people it is.
You went
Some
on
people they
vacation.
just want the experience, man.
Huh?
They want experiences because when they look back on life, they can look back on what they did and not what they didn't do.
You went on vacay, and then you came back and didn't have no money for the card, so you could put the lecture back on.
But you fast forward 15 years, what you gonna remember? Are you gonna remember the vacation, or you gonna remember the broken
You just
sink?
gonna remember you working hard every day.
Man, I'm gonna remember the broken sink.
Remember the broken sink?
Yeah, I was gonna wash dishes. You'd rather not wash dishes and go on vacation, right? That's crazy to me. How you go on
You can
vacation?
get the sink fixed and still go on vacation.
People don't do it.
Some people do. Some
They don't
people
do it, man. I would have rather got the sink
To
fixed.
each his own.
They don't do it, man. Like that. And to me, that's crazy. And it's crazy because it's happening to us as a society. You know what I mean? As a society, we're weakened right now, man. We taking losses in black revenue, man. We taking
Black
losses,
revenue?
bro. Yeah, black revenue, man. You know what I mean? The stuff that we used to own, man, we don't own no more.
There's a lot of stuff we ain't never owned.
Man, look, we
We
used to own.
still don't.
We do.
What?
Man, look here, man. We
If we
own
want
stuff.
to go, if we want to
You
go,
don't own nothing?
If we want, yeah, but
How
if we,
many
if we
cats
want to
our
go
age-
full black and just buy nothing but black, we can't.
Well, that's just it though. It's not about buying black. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
that.
it is.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you why.
Still gotta buy black, but I'm
not
just
gonna,
saying.
I'm not gonna say you gotta buy black. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we, as black people, don't even have enough retail to say we can do that. We don't got no.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
ain't got no bunch of black dentist offices. We ain't got no bunch of black clothing stores. You know what I mean? We got a clothing store, and how many blacks walk in the door? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. But I see them at Sheik's. You know Sheik? I don't even know Sheik. Sheik, I see us in there though.
Yeah, Sheik. I never met Sheik.
I ain't never met him neither, but I see the door be open and we all in there. We buying Sheik. Whoever Sheik is getting money.
Yeah.
That's all I can say, man. You know what I mean? But you know, a black cat got his own store, and man, he just sitting there chilling, man. We don't even go support him. Right? No front. I was at the little black bike week last night. It was a lot of us out there. Right? I bought food. I didn't even eat. I don't even gotta buy food. I got a whole kitchen.
Yeah.
But I wanted to support.
Yeah.
Right? I go spend 20 with everybody. All right? I spent $80 last night and to give away food. I couldn't wait for somebody to say, man, where you get that at? I'm like, here you go, this you.
Yeah, I mean, but that's good to support, but that's not gonna maintain a business.
It's not. But watch this. How many other people thought like me?
But that's not how people shop, though. People don't just.
That's all I'm saying.
People buy what they need.
If 100 people thought like me, we all make it. I'm just being 100.
Yeah.
Black people don't think like that.
No, they think like everybody else. I'm gonna buy what I need to buy and not just support. Like people.
What you mean? You supposed to support?
People buy what they need to buy. Like when I go to Fry's, I don't look at that as me supporting them. I'm going in there to buy what I need to buy.
Okay, so all you worry about is milk.
I'm saying any store I go into, when I go in there, not to support, but
So you
buy
rather
what
get,
I-
so you rather
Yeah,
get
but-
Kroger your money.
That's the difference.
Well, but
There's some stuff it's a necessity. You have to go buy it.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that for longevity of any business, your customer base got to be more than just supporters. They got to be people who see value when they come in and spending money, not just to support you, but because what you have is something that they need on a regular basis.
All right, so would you go to, that's just, we ain't even gonna say a black man having a grocery store. I mean, Mexicans got grocery stores and so do little Arabs, right? Would you go buy their eggs instead of going over to the Fry's?
I've been to the Food City sometimes.
Food City owned by white people.
I said that's not.
Food City on 7th Avenue with
They owned by white people.
Southern, man, that gotta be Mexicans because they
man.
set up is different in there.
Look, watch
They got
this, man. It's
taqueria
crazy.
and everything.
It's crazy because Food City is owned
The
by
aisles is in Spanish. Come on, that gotta
Food
be.
City is owned by corporation.
They own by.
They fool you.
It's franchise.
Yeah. So hey, watch this. So is
Albertsons own Food City.
yeah. So
Albertsons own Food City.
yep. Yep. And I forgot who owned what's the name? What's the name? Ain't Mexican either.
Rancho.
Rancho ain't, they ain't owned by no Mexican. They got a Mexican guy, like he got a lot of percentage of it, but they merged with somebody.
Well, I'm about what's convenient. Like if I'm on the way to the house and the local business is selling something that I need, and I can go right there. Don't got to go to Ralph's. I'm gonna go there because it's convenient.
Because it's convenient.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're in a good location because one of the most important things about business, especially with foot traffic, is location. So if a brother got a good location and that's in my area, I'm gonna support. But not because I'm just supporting, but because I need what he has, and that's right there. But I'm saying long term. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with supporting, but a business can't survive just on people going out there and supporting.
That's true.
People need to actually need what it is. So even though you go out there and support, it's like to make it really pop. It's like the businesses have to be in a position where they are able to service a community long term. That's how I look at it, man.
Hey, well, look, that's something I didn't know. I appreciate that, man. That's a great fact right there. All right, man. Well, look, I'm gonna just say this, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, man, like, you know, it ain't just to me always about supporting black business. It's that, man, even if we had just a little more hustle, man, at the end of the day, you're going to have to work for somebody white, man. White people run the world at this moment in time. You're not going to run from it, man. If you try to get a check, normally 9 times out of 10, the guy that writes your check, he's Caucasian. Yeah. All right, let's just be 100. What I'm saying is we need to put ourselves in a position to win. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody that gets paid millions of dollars, man, trust me, the dude paying you ain't black. It's rare that happens. All right,
Even if you own your own business too. I mean, like say you got a landscaping business, back to that, and you got a contract with the city to do landscaping. Who's paying you?
White people.
So,
State.
I mean, I'm just like, even as a business owner, like it's hard to focus on one group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a source of your income. Whoever's paying is paying, and most of the people who are paying might not look like you.
Right.
Across the board. You know what I mean? Unless you got like a little shop down here, and people been coming there for you. Like I got a little taco shop, Taco Feliz. Man, I didn't seen them raise 3 generations of kids. That they all started when they're 8, and they grow up to 16, and another 8-year-old come in there. They go to 16. I'm on the third 8-year-old now, and they grow up. You know what I mean? But we support that one little Taco Feliz.
Okay.
That's all for the community.
Watch this. You just said something real important, right? You said, I watched them bring the kids in to work.
Yeah.
Right.
The new 8-year-old, he on it. Like,
see, what I'm saying is generations.
Yeah.
Them tortillas gonna stay the same.
Yeah.
Feel me? Them tortillas gonna stay the same, fam. What I'm saying is, as a black person, we're not giving our kids the tortilla recipe.
Yeah.
Huh? Watch this.
It ain't even that we not giving them the recipe.
We
They
ain't
don't
giving them
want
the-
to come. They
Hey.
don't want to come cook it.
Watch this though. That's because we didn't put it in them.
Yeah.
We let them have
I
their
mean,
way.
yeah, I
we
mean,
gave them too
yeah.
many. We gave them too many gifts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spoiled 'em.
We spoiled them, right? You know what I mean? You
They
gotta,
don't wanna come do
you know,
that
little
job no
little
more.
Jose got to work hard to get that PlayStation.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's all I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, man, I just feel like that we not installing the greater effort, man, to make our kids better. We're not installing it. All right?
Well, yeah, I think it's a lot of pressure. This could be going a little deeper, but I think it's pressure on people to do for their kids what they didn't have for themselves, right? So it's like if you grew up and you wanted the game system, and you didn't have the game system. It's almost like you feel like I have to do that for them so that they have what I didn't have, even if it puts you in a bad position financially. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, it's like if you can't do it, either way, they should be hustling. You know what I mean? Like you can give your kids something, but just handing them things that you didn't have because you didn't have it, and that's the only reason that you're doing this because you feel like you should. I don't think that's a way that's not setting it
That's
up to
what
win.
parents. That's what all parents do these days.
Yeah, but
They don't expect them to earn nothing.
Hey, man, look.
I remember growing up. I remember, like, my parents could have did a lot for me, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, I didn't ask none.
I don't know why they didn't.
I didn't ask none of my kids to cut hair.
Yeah.
None of my kids cut hair. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you this. When I got that kitchen, I made sure Jason knows everything, man. Because like I told him one day, if something happened to me today, you telling me you just ain't going to be in here cooking in the kitchen? Like, this is you. If something happened to me, this is you.
yeah.
Like, so I need to teach you just in case something happens.
Is he ready for it?
Oh, you can go.
Yeah,
He can go.
done.
He's ready.
Yeah, man, he ready. I ain't even going to lie to you. If something happened to me today, I bet that door open on Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I taught him. You know what I mean? Because like I said, like you said, you saw the 8-year-old in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to show one of my kids this right here. Now I'm gonna be real with you, Jay Sean. He gonna run this whole parking lot when he get older. Jay Sean gonna be out there with a chair, feel me? Telling people, man, yeah, it's gonna cost you $20 a park.
Yeah.
All right? I'm gonna just be
Oh, yeah.
100. That's how he gonna get his money.
Parking lot money.
Because
man. That's good money.
he's a parking lot kid, man.
Yeah.
He can run this whole parking lot right now, bro, with no hands down. So what I'm saying is, if you got something and you willing, and you got to be willing to teach your kids, man. You know what I mean? I get on the Ave son all the time, man, while you ain't over there in the store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give your daddy a break.
Is he interested?
Man, these kids suck. These kids suck,
I don't
man.
know what these kids.
These kids, I'm gonna say it.
But when you
He don't
ask,
wanna
what they
say
say?
it. I'm gonna say it for him. These kids suck.
But when you talk to them and you ask them, what do you want to do?
I like how they say, mm-hmm. That's their
don't
new.
know what
That's
they
the new
wanna
line,
do.
fam. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he finally figured something out. He going to school for AC now, so he figured. I mean, well, we'll see if he finish.
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm praying for the better for him.
Yeah, I hope
What
he
I'm
finish.
saying is, I know it take every kid a little second to find themselves. I do. I know that. But what I'm saying is, if you see your dad got a store, in my mind, if my dad got a store, I got a store.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm finna be chilling right up there. right? Because that's what the little messing kids doing.
But see, but I use my son for example because he see Ave, and he see the barbershop, and he like, let's go to Abe's store. You know what I mean? Like he look at me and all my friends got businesses, and he's like, Daddy, what's your business? You know what I mean? Because I don't got a store. You know what I mean?
You don't got the storefront.
Yeah, I don't got the store, so you don't understand. But even what y'all doing, like, man, my son looking at it like, that's what I got to do. I got to have a business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's examples for him to see. Like, I could take him to your store. I could take him to the barbershop. You know, we could go to Southern Fried. He could see all of that. And as a little kid, it's in his mind. You know what I mean? Like, when your kids was little, did they say anything like, when I get older, I want to be...
I don't know, man. I try to let my kids choose. Look, now I will say this. I got a funny story with Jay Sean one time. You know, Jay Sean is the one I got to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, he had school one time. They had different people come in, and Chick-fil-A was one of them. Right? And, you know, the Chick-fil-A people was giving away little hats and little crayon thing, right? And they tried to give Jay Sean a hat. And Jay Sean said, oh, no, man, I work at Southern Fried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't need no Chick-fil-A chicken. I'm selling tenders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I work at Southern Fried.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, bro, you know, but I didn't think, you know, he pay attention. That's why I say he gonna run that parking lot out there.
Yeah, I think they notice a lot more than we noticed that they noticed.
Right.
Oh yeah, they paying attention.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. And look, that's why I said I try to at least teach my kids some kind of concept because I was taught that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be lazy, and that's why I want my kids, you know, I tell them, hey, y'all see what I do every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See what I do every day, man. I go to work. That way when y'all ask me for some money or, you know, lights need to be paid, I make sure it's on there so we can stay afloat.
You know, my son came to me this morning. He said, Dad, I want to be a basketball player. I was disappointed. I was.
But you can't take that serious.
No, but check this out.
I mean, maybe sometimes, yeah, but you can't take that serious.
You gotta have a dream at 5, man.
Because I had a neighbor, and he said with his kids, from the moment they were born, he told them what they was going to be. He said, y'all going to be attorneys. Y'all going to be attorneys. And then you grow up, 2 out of his 3 kids is attorneys. So I said, all right, let me try that. So since he was little, I said, you're going to be an engineer. So you ask him, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to be an engineer. I'm going to be an engineer. He been saying that. But today was the first time he came in and was like, I want to be a basketball player. I said, yo, what happened? Like, we got a plan here. And then I was like, he could tell I was disappointed.
Man, he's 5, man. Come on, man.
You gotta breed him now.
Yeah. I said, you can't be. I said, what about the plan? What about engineering?
My guy, hey, a 5-year-old ain't got no plan.
But he came back to me. He's like, okay, Dad.
What's his plan? Applesauce?
This is what he said. He said, okay, Dad, I just want to play basketball as a kid, and then when I get older, I'll be an engineer. I was like, deal.
So now
we back on track.
So now you made a deal with a 5-year-old. You know you just sold your soul to the devil.
Nah, he can play hoop as a little kid, but you still have to be
Man, man.
That's funny.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, man, look, I don't know about this dude, man, but this dude right here is crazy for that one. Oh, my God. He's making deals with 5-year-olds, man.
Yeah, man, you got to keep him on track. I got to keep him on track.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, so look, I don't know about y'all, man. But J Bird, man, I'm starving, man. What we cooking, man? What you got? You got something to eat out there?
Yeah, we got salmon at the house.
You got salmon at the house.
Yeah, a lot of salmon.
Yeah, you definitely.
I ain't had salmon.
That's all you talk about is salmon.
Every time I hear you talking about salmon.
You got salmon, smoked salmon.
I'm hungry too.
Man, you know. But hey, look, I appreciate you filling in today, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this before we go though. Hey, check this out. If you got enough right now, you only owe your baby mama a measly $10,000, go on pay her off, man. Go on pay her off, man. So that way she ain't got to call you no more. You ain't got to hear the headaches. You know what I mean? If you know you got $60,000 and you owe your baby mama $22,000, go on and pay her off, man. That way you can get it off your heart, man. I watched this dude get his problems off his heart. You know what I mean?
It's gonna backfire. We gonna see.
I'm telling you right now, if I got, man, get it off, right? Because look, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy before we go. Did you know that he signed it in a way where he can write it off in taxes?
He can write it off at 1.8 taxes?
Yeah, he can write it off.
I guess that makes sense because you can write the dependents off, right?
Yeah, he can write it off, man. All right, he gonna get some of that back. You know
They
what I
get
mean?
creative with the taxes.
Right? So really, did you make him mad? Or did you help him?
Everybody's got help.
Yeah, I feel like
Everybody got what they needed.
I feel like everybody mad like a fat rat. I think the kid the only one gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Kid the only one gonna suffer, man.
Yeah.
My daddy a ball player, my mama a gold digger. Oh man, dog. Hey, my bad, ladies. I didn't mean to call you
Yeah,
out.
you're gonna have some
Oh
trouble.
man, I'm mama heard off somebody in the street. I said, we gold diggers now, huh, J Bird? I'm like, man, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, ladies. Not gold diggers, man. I'm gonna say gold pickers.
Gold pickers.
Yeah, y'all some gold pickers, man. All right, man, we out, man. Hey, all facts, episode 24, right?
Yep.
Episode 24, right? You just heard it. Hey, Bird, man, we back next week. Hopefully they show up. For real. We out.
Boom.
Oh shit.
All right.